social studies um, project. I did it on the life of Thomas Jefferson because my students are currently learning about him. So I felt like this was appropriate for doing my social studies project on. So right here, this is my standards, and this is my social studies standards for first grade, where students will read and describe the life of historical figures in American history. So we're focusing on Thomas Jefferson and the Declaration of Independence. And um, I also chose to do writing, where students in this lesson, students are going to write a letter to maybe a neighbor or a friend about what they know about Thomas Jefferson. So they'll write an informative text in which they name a topic, which is Thomas Jefferson, and supplying some facts about, the life of Thomas Jefferson. And yeah, right here is my assessment tool. I chose to do like um, an assessment, like a pen and paper assessment. So it's 4 questions, and right here is my tool. In a way, it will help me understand if students need more extra help, or for me to reteach a lesson, or if they understand the content. For instance, if students have 4 questions right, um, I would assume that they would understand the lesson. And if they have 3 questions correct, they understand the lesson but may need some refresher over the question that they had wrong. And if they had 2 questions right, they may have partial understanding of the lesson, but may need a refresher as well. If they had 1 question right, then I may need to teach the lesson again, and maybe um, include more visuals and some support that they may need. And if they had 0 questions correct, then I may need to teach the lesson and also give students more support and resources as well. So this is the process and end product. Right here is the process where students will watch a video because we're currently virtual learning. We'll watch a video of how to write a letter. It's a pretty simple video. It's 2 minutes where they get to see the structure of a letter and how to start and end a letter as well. And then there's a brain pop video for Thomas Jefferson, which is pretty informative. And then right here, it's when I will ask students um, engage and spark their interest. Sorry, yeah, build engagement. And I can ask students like, oh, does anyone know who our current president is? And I can ask questions like that where they will reply and answer me. And then I will then continue to ask them questions like, oh, do you know who's the first president? Asking them questions like that to see if they understand or have prior knowledge of who the former presidents are. And then I'll then proceed to ask, does anyone know who our third president is, which is the president that we're focusing on, which is Thomas Jefferson. So at this point, if students have no prior knowledge of presidents, then this is an opportunity for them to learn. So then they can also learn about the past and the present, the current president. Sorry. Yeah. So I will also make sure to let students understand that we are solely and mainly focusing on Thomas Jefferson, which is the third president. So yeah, students will then watch a video right here about Thomas Jefferson. I believe these are the two. They're I believe they're the same videos, but yeah, I can let them read the video. I mean, not read. I'm sorry, watch the video, and then after watching the video, I can ask students to notice where he's from, or before the video, ask students to notice where is he from, what coin he's on. Like make them, not make them, but like encourage them to notice these things. And after that, of course, visuals are very important. So I would show students that, oh, this is what Thomas Jefferson looks like right here, and he's on this coin, and this coin is a nickel. And then maybe I can have an opportunity to discuss with students like, oh, do you know how much is a nickel worth, and such. Like it all connects, and I guess it connects with math as well. But we're mainly focusing on writing and the life of Thomas Jefferson. And right here, I will also ask students, and we'll talk about Thomas Jefferson being one of the founding fathers, and he also helped create the Declaration of Independence, which gave the colonies freedom. So we'll focus on that. And then I'll also show pictures the of the Louisiana Purchase and the Declaration of Independence, what it looks like. I can also show them a better picture with colors as well. So now we're going to focus on, we're going to move on, we're going to transition, and we're going to write a letter. So at this point, students will learn about the format of a letter, and they already have watched the video of writing a letter and what goes in it and how to start and how to end a letter. So the greeting, most students would start off with dear neighbor or dear friend, whoever they're referring or sending the letter to. And then we can start off on the body of the paragraph. And then I will ask students, like, we can also jot down on the board, hey, this is what we've learned about Thomas Jefferson so far. He's from Virginia. He's the third president. He's on the nickel. He's one of the founding fathers. He wrote the Declaration of Independence. Like, these are all facts where students can write about, and this is what they've learned. Let's see. And he also lived in a house called Monticello, which is pictured. And then this is a pretty cool fact where I can tell students that it's pictured on the back of a nickel. Yeah, so this is ways to tell students and show them the interesting facts about Thomas Jefferson. So yeah, they'll be writing all their information, what they choose to write. Maybe I can ask them, since they're in first grade, I'll probably ask them to write 2 to 3 facts about Thomas Jefferson. I don't want to overwhelm them. And then when we finish, we can begin with the closing, where they can say, they can write sincerely, they can write love. And I guess this is where we can also talk about like ways to end a letter with love and sincerely and best, and yeah. And then they'll write their name, they can write their signature, and yeah. And right here is supporting ELLs, and at the moment I believe I have 2 to 3 ELLs in my class, and I believe the best way to support ELLs is to provide visuals and picture cues for them with vocabulary words. So when they're able to see it, they can see that the word has a meaning, and the meaning connects with the picture. So it'll connect, and they'll have an understanding of it as well. So when writing a letter, I can give them, show them examples of what a letter is. And yeah, like when you send in mail and whatnot, and I can give them examples, and that's what I tend to do. And me and my mentor teacher worked on this. So yeah, thank you, you guys.